With Kirk Cousins now in Atlanta, we've seen the highlights and heard the analysis from experts across the league. But what is he really like inside the huddle? Former high-five star and Vikings quarterback Kyle Sloter was in the same room with Cousins for 2 years and spoke to our Miles Garrett one-on-one to discuss what the Falcons are really getting out of their new QB.
You played next to him. You were in the same quarterback room as him.
Yep.
Obviously, the fans, they see the highlights, they see what he did in Minnesota and Washington before that, but you actually kind of got an inside look at what he does in the film room, you know, in the quarterback room, that type of thing. How can you explain what he is in that realm?
Yeah, he's an extremely hard worker. You know, exactly what you think you're getting with Kirk Cousins is what you're going to get. He's somebody that shows up early, he stays late. He's a guy that commands your respect. He's going to be a great leader for the Falcons. The things that he does, you know, off of the field, that's the work that's done before, you know, the things that everybody sees on Sunday. And I know that he's going to put the time in to make sure that the Falcons are ready to go when it's time to step foot on the field. Commands respect can mean a few things in the NFL. One thing is, hey, this guy's made more money than almost everybody in the league, and there's a good reason for it. He's played at a high level. He's been to Pro Bowls. So to young guys coming in, I think both the been there, done that, plus the fact that he's probably almost made about $400 million, that commands a little bit of respect.
You played with a lot of different teams in the NFL, which means a lot of different quarterbacks. You know,
yeah.
Like you said, Matthew Stafford, Justin Fields, Kyler Murray. How does he stack up against guys like that?
He's not going to wow you with his arm like a Matthew Stafford does. He's not going to run around in circles and make plays with his legs like a Kyler Murray's going to. But what Kirk's biggest, I would say, his attribute is his accuracy and his mind for the game. He's somebody that can tell you, hey, at the snap of the ball, I know this is the coverage. I know that these progressions are off the table, and I'm moving to my third progression on my first hitch, and the ball comes out. Because in the NFL, as a quarterback, you don't have much time.
What exactly is he like, kind of relating to players when it comes to that type of aspect of things? It seems like players like him.
No, they do. And you know, he's kind of gives off that dad vibe, and he leans into it. He asked me at one point in time, like, how do you, not saying that he didn't know how, but he was like, how do you relate to some of these younger guys? I'm like, well, Kirk, I am one of these younger guys, so it's a little bit easier for me. So I think he's done a really good job of, you know, being that fun older guy in the locker room. I think that the guys really respond to that well. He's somebody that goes out of his way to talk to you, check on your family. I think he's going to continue that and continue to relate to some of these young guys in his dad way.
How did he maybe help out your development when you were a younger player with Minnesota? Did he ever kind of help you out in that regard, or kind of offer you advice with kind of when you were developing at that point?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he absolutely helped me a ton in my career. I'm thankful to him for that, and I kind of expect him to kind of usher in at some point in this contract to usher in the next quarterback for the Falcons, whether they draft somebody, you know, next year or the year after, or find a young guy in free agency. I fully expect him to be a guy that gives a lot of advice.